Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Howell, first play, going to throw it.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
First down, Howell to throw. And yet again, it's McLaurin.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive. They want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game. You've got to find ways to slow him down, because if he gets into high gear, he's going to shred you all game long.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Howell.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact caught the ball 3, and it's fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Cody Barton there to bring him down. The Eagles hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
You talk about this Washington defense.
And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Hey, Silver. Go Silver, ready? Alpha, alpha, alpha.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 13-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Hey, 73. Hey, easy, 63, back.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Second down, Howell back to pass. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. Now he's loose down the left sideline. DeAndre Swift. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 80 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 1st and goal from the 3.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Week week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The point after through the raindrops, something good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll go play action. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Big yardage that time for Washington. 44 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this 1st half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Joey Sly on for the extra point.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
And that flag accepted.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Breaks a tackle.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
Don't touch that.
Motion left, Smith.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
Second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now a toss for Swift left side.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
They go play action with Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn that for a 1st down.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
106 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Nice run and some new digs for Swift, the biggest name to be dealt during this year's draft. Had some tough times in 3 years with the Lions, but the good news for him, he's now in Philadelphia and knows exactly how to get the most out of a versatile runner.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Swift.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Hurts.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Hey, easy, 63, 63, bang. Delta.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Faking the handoff, Howell.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start on to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe.
Throwing here, Howell.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Fourth down, Howell.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll run the toss to Swift.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. It'll buy some time right.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
63, 63, 63.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I agree with you, Paul. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held him, they might go for it again.
And it won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Third and long, here's Howell.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The Niners throwing the football, just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
In motion left goes Smith. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Now he's loose at the 40.
And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line.
And they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Throwing is Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
It's easy to celebrate every good run by Robinson because stories don't get much better than his last year. Shot during an attempted robbery just 13 days before the regular season. He made it back by week 5 and played in 12 games for Washington. Even better, gained almost 800 yards leading the Commanders.
Here's Howell to throw on second down. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Commanders 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 63, 63, 63.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if the defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10.
Now Hurts changing up the play.
Hey, Silver.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Man open is Robinson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now receiver in motion left.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Eagles 17.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Hey, easy, 63, bang.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
63. Hey.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Allen was his consistently productive self for the Commanders' defensive line in 2022. 7.5 sacks, couple forced fumbles, a big-time leader. No surprise there as he adds another one to his career total.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. He's got his target. That's complete. He's still on his feet.
Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Here's 1st and 10.
Silver, ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Shakes off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
2nd down, here's Hurts. Pass complete, Goddard.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Hey, 73, 73.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Robinson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Commanders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
63, 63,
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
He's going to let it fly.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Powell going to go down to a knee, and that should just about wrap this up. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they